Welcome back to your latest industry recap, and yes, finally there are 3 stories to take a look at. 1, a new airline launching, updates on Embraer, and a new route. Want to begin with Riyadh Air, a luxurious carrier of Saudi Arabia slated for launch in 2025, is actually about to receive its first Boeing 787 Dreamliner in a leap towards official launch. The positive news specifically surrounds a leased aircraft that is set to join the business in a fully painted livery and will be unveiled at the airline home in due course. However, unlike many first deliveries, which have the fanfare of helping propel an airline to launch and will be the plane that will operate, say, the first commercial service, this unit will serve a different purpose moving forward. The first 787-9 that joins the business will be used for training purposes and act as an operational spare in the initial launch phase for this new international airline. The plane will also not feature the airline's upcoming cabin interior. Keywords upcoming. For those words, it is precisely not released yet. Despite inching closer to a launch, Riyadh Air has yet to reveal what the product aboard its planes will formally look like, and we don't really know what to expect. The 787-9 we do know, however, will be crucial to the operation at launch. The airline already has some 72 planes on order from this family alone, with the jet set to fly towards major international cities. Furthermore, we know that Riyadh Air is still targeting a 2025 launch. As for the month, while that's not been determined, it is still diligently working towards its Air Operator's Certificate, or more commonly referred to as AOC. This is a crucial step in getting the formal approval to commence scheduled passenger services. Riyadh Air as well. Despite its close proximity towards locations such as Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and even Doha, and therefore home to what is broadly considered to be your big 3 of the region, is still trying to carve its own niche. This business model is backed by the airline's CEO Tony Douglas, who previously worked with Etihad Airways during some of its most challenging and debt-ridden times. Douglas argues that there's enough demand in the location Riyadh Air will call home, and the vision for this part of the world is only to increase tourism rather than focus strictly on transit travel. It wants to act as a state-of-the-art airline and not feel threatened by already established Middle Eastern companies that obviously obtain a lot of the market share. Airlines such as Emirates, Etihad, and even Qatar are also attempting to use their network to beef up their home city. It is a common theme. They've competed with each other for feeder traffic as they still act as pivotal transit locations. Riyadh Air is promising a world-class airline that focuses on being modern and also affordable, and it wants to meet the expectations laid out. This will be a challenge, and I'd argue we haven't seen such an ambitious project of late that has actually got the legs to get off the ground in some time. And no, I'm not including Global Airlines, which I don't personally believe will ever launch. Over to Cathay Pacific, who have announced they will begin service to Rome in 2025, making its European network grow to 12 destinations as part of continued network expansion efforts. From the 5th of June 2025, a thrice weekly flight will be offered between Hong Kong and Rome. However, it will only initially operate as a summer seasonal service to meet demand. The newest service is also expected to complement Cathay Pacific's already existing presence in Italy. This is seen through 5 weekly flights to Milan, which will actually increase to daily during the summer schedule, so they really will be beefing up their presence in this country. Cathay Pacific's expansion further into Europe shouldn't really come as a shock. The carrier has really been hell-bent on expanding its network following the disastrous effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. It believes expansion has been key to ensuring that it can get back to the airline that many people came to know and love, and also to ensure that it has stability on a day-to-day basis. The carrier also wants to reach 100 global destinations from Hong Kong in 2025, group-wide. As such, while only on a seasonal basis, deployment towards Rome will be really important in achieving this, and to meet the seasonal demand that will no doubt be present. For example, Cathay Group has already announced substantial expansion to occur this year, with 6 cities that will be joining the passenger network for the mainline brand, and that is not even including HK Express in varying locations as well. We have Dallas to Brussels, even Hyderabad, with further announcements planned in due course. As for the new route specifically, well, CX293 will depart Hong Kong 45 minutes after midnight on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, arriving into Rome at 7:50 in the morning. The return leg, as as CX292, departing Rome at 11:45 with the next day arrival back into Hong Kong at 5:20 in the morning. Therefore, your service right across the return leg and originating one will be on Monday, Thursday and Saturday, making it a thrice weekly seasonal service. This is all still subject to regulatory approval, and timings can change between now and service launch. As for when this service will actually run, well, we're expecting it to commence on the 5th of June and conclude on the 25th of October, when Cathay Pacific expects to witness the most demand between the two locations. And also, you've got to remember, just in time for the northern winter schedule changeover that typically occurs, and we really do see many seasonal routes conclude, and then sometimes airlines will leverage the aircraft that they gain to deploy towards markets that are busy during the winter period, or to beef up existing cities that require additional capacity. And if you wanted some confirmation, well, the Airbus A350-900 will be operated on this segment, which is in a 3-class layout. Over to Embraer, who have published their 2024 delivery performance, highlighting that 206 planes were shipped off to customers across all its divisions. The results represent a 14% jump seen in 2023, where there were also other improvements witnessed. The fourth quarter actually saw Embraer push upwards to 75 deliveries. This almost 30% higher than the third quarter of 2024, when they were able to only just deliver 59 planes. And it does showcase what I always talk about here on the channel, which is that last minute push that is witnessed as the year comes to a close. However, the fourth quarter results that I speak of, interestingly, did not actually represent necessarily a jump year over year. In fact, Embraer delivered the exact same amount of planes in 2023 across the last few months to 2024. These figures I speak on are for the entirety of the Embraer division rather than just one precisely. The plane maker produces various types of planes. Now, this ranges from commercial jets, which I know are the main focus here on the channel, to executive aviation and even defense. Embraer's commercial airplanes division was responsible for 73 new aircraft deliveries in 2024, which was recorded to be well within the guidelines outlined at the beginning of the year. The original guidance initially aimed to see commercial airplane deliveries between 72 and 80. However, this was then revised to 70 and 73 as economic challenges continued and supply chain disruptions really challenged Embraer's ability to deliver planes on time. 2024 can be considered to be a pretty big positive. We saw several important deliveries take shape, and more airlines began adopting the E2 series, which is broadly considered as a game changer. Remember, as Airbus produces its A220 for regional single-aisle operations, Boeing does not have a product that can adequately compete, and as a result, in this segment, Embraer knows it has a genuine opportunity to expand the presence of the E2 family and fill a role that some airlines will require. And that stretches to the likes of Porter in Canada, who have rapidly adopted the E2 series and have then been able to venture into major international markets with a really comfortable and profitable product that customers have widely applauded. As the Brazilian manufacturer looks to scale up production, it does hope that more airlines will begin adopting this proven plane from its commercial division long into the future. That'll conclude today's aviation recap. As always, if you have any thoughts, you know that you're more than welcome to drop them down below in the comment section. Please take care, do also be safe, and I will indeed see you same place, same time tomorrow. And we'll fly.